Disclaimer, this channel and all its videos are meant for a PG-13 audience. With that out of the way, enjoy this video. Thomas has gone around the world a lot in recent years. Big Road Big Adventures is the most known series that has Thomas go around the world. Well, what if I told you that there was another series that did what Big Road Big Adventures did before Big Road Big Adventures existed? Might as well tell you, the series is called Thomas Around the World. It's a mini-series as part of an even bigger series called Thomas's YouTube World Tour. Thomas's YouTube World Tour, well, we talked about in a different video because there's a lot to talk about with that show. Thomas's YouTube World Tour pilot does kind of explain how Thomas goes around the world in these places, but not really well. All it really does is that it says Thomas wants to go around the world, so he does. Thomas Around the World's intro is the one to actually explain how he got there. Basically, Cranky let this cargo box open, so Thomas just went. Which I guess is kinda cool, but super random too. Now since we know that, let's take a look at the show itself. The show itself, in its first episode, we get to see the art style, and it's a nice art style. I do prefer the art used in Great Racing and Far, but this is technically CGI Thomas but in 2D. And it works. It's a little weird going from Great Racing and Far to this style though. Also, it has a slight comic book inspiration, which does help out with its art style. The episodes are nice to watch. Some episodes have Thomas all by himself, and when Thomas is all by himself, only the characters are the human characters. These episodes tend to be kind of boring, but when Thomas is teamed up with another engine, the episodes are pretty nice to watch. There's some new engines in these episodes. Their designs are pretty interesting. These engines are, which this girl I don't know the name of, but continuing to go all the names, they are Cetabello, Reginda, Marshall, Japanese engines, Abir, Korin, Nuria, and Yen. I think there might be more characters I forgot about, but oh well. Now, we don't really get to see any character development for these characters, and they're not all that interesting. They're all kind of the same character, just with a few minor differences. And that does stink, and I wish there was more to these characters and settings and just more to this. The places they have Thomas visit are kind of neat to see. They're not really beautiful, but they're kind of cool. Like, Thomas visits a movie scene by mistake and interrupts a movie. Yeah, it doesn't make too much sense why they would film like around the rails. I find it kind of funny that Thomas would even be put in that situation, and when he was, I'd say they did it really well. Now, they don't really do it well with teaching you about railways or even having other things from railways. It's not exactly what the show's going for, which for a spin-off I guess is fine, but when Big Road Big Adventures even do that, and you're kind of hoping for that, this definitely isn't the show for you. When it comes to the episodes themselves story-wise, they almost feel incomplete, like they were rushed, which they probably were because these are like 2 minutes. The idea feels like it needs to be expanded on, and it just really isn't. It's way too short to be such an interesting topic. But then again, if they gave themselves too much time, it could possibly be pretty bad. I know this doesn't make too much sense, but I would have liked it if they made a 8 famous engines type of thing with this show. Having just Thomas there is a little weird, but understandable since he's the main character. But I would have preferred it if all the other engines from Sodor, at least the main Steam team, appeared. That would kind of been cool. I can't really think of much else to say about this show. It's kind of weird because I do like this show, but it's mostly mediocre and it doesn't really do anything for world building, which is okay for a spinoff. Should you watch this show? Yes. Even though it is kind of mediocre, I definitely recommend it, especially since this is way better than Big Road Big Adventures. I had a real fun time watching this. The art style is kind of weird, and so are some of the engine designs, but I really do like this show, and you should totally watch it. Before the video ends, consider subscribing because we're really close to hitting 3K. Let's try to hit it by the end of 2021. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in another video. Goodbye, everyone!